Welcome to Coong Animals. Dive into the wild world of amazing creatures with us. In this special video series, we will explore a critical and urgent topic: the link between animals and climate change. Climate change is not only a human issue, but it is also deeply affecting animal species all over the world. Every animal plays an essential role in maintaining the ecological balance and helping our planet stay climate stable. But did you know that these animals are also the silent heroes, helping to mitigate the effects of climate change? In today's video, we will learn about the role animals play in maintaining ecological balance and reducing CO2 levels in the atmosphere. However, this connection holds many other fascinating stories that we will continue to explore in the upcoming videos. Stay tuned to our series to learn more about how animals help protect our planet and our way of life. Climate change is becoming one of the biggest challenges our planet faces. According to the United Nations report, the average temperature of the Earth has risen by about 1°C since the pre-industrial period in the 19th century. Extreme weather events are becoming more severe. Stronger storms, record-breaking heat, and rising sea levels. According to NASA research, record high temperatures have tripled in the past 30 years, from 1990 to the present. In the past decade, hurricanes like Typhoon Haiyan 2013 and Dorian 2019 caused billions of dollars in damage, profoundly impacting millions of people and animals. Climate change not only affects humans, but also has severe impacts on animal species. A notable example is the polar bear. Due to the melting of sea ice, the area of ice has decreased by 40% over the past 30 years. This loss of habitat makes it harder for polar bears to hunt and breed. According to Harvard University research, sea ice in the Arctic is disappearing at a rate of 13% per decade, which affects not only polar bears but also other marine creatures like seals and whales. Climate change doesn't just harm individual species, it can disrupt entire ecosystems. When a species declines or disappears, it affects others. For instance, when rising temperatures cause fish and plankton in the oceans to move out of their habitats, many seabirds and marine animals can no longer find enough food. According to a report by the International Union for Conservation of Nature (IUCN), more than 1 million species of animals and plants are currently at risk of extinction, largely due to climate change and habitat loss. While natural factors contribute to climate change, human activity is the primary driver. Industrial activities, transportation, and deforestation are major sources of greenhouse gases. According to the United Nations, about 60% of the CO2 emissions released annually come from industrial sectors and transportation. These emissions not only warm the planet, but also negatively impact animal habitats, decreasing biodiversity and causing phenomena like soil erosion, floods, and wildfires. Herbivores play a crucial role in maintaining the balance of ecosystems. These animals control the growth of plants, preventing any single species from becoming over-dominant, thus protecting biodiversity. For example, in tropical rainforests, herbivores like deer and elk feed on young plants and grasses, helping to prevent overgrowth and creating space for other plant species. According to research from the University of California, herbivores also help maintain forest canopy coverage, providing a habitat for other animal species. Carnivores, such as wolves, lions, and cheetahs, play an important role in maintaining animal population balance. They help control the numbers of herbivores, preventing overgrazing and protecting natural resources. A notable example is the wolf in Yellowstone National Park in the US. After wolves were reintroduced in 1995, the elk population significantly decreased, leading to the recovery of plant species and, consequently, biodiversity. According to research from the American Ecological Institute, wolves promote the growth of trees like oak and willow, while preventing soil erosion from overgrazed grasslands. Decomposers, like earthworms, beetles, and various insects, are vital in recycling nutrients. They break down animal and plant matter, converting it into natural fertilizer for the soil, which helps improve its fertility and enriches the nutrients. According to research by the Environmental Science Institute, earthworms can process up to 10 tons of organic matter each year, increasing soil fertility and supporting plant growth. In rural areas, the decomposition activity of earthworms helps reduce the need for chemical fertilizers. When an animal species declines or disappears, the impacts can disrupt the entire ecosystem. For instance, when carnivorous animals decrease in number, herbivore populations can surge, leading to overgrazing of plants and unbalancing the ecosystem. Research from the Nature Conservation Institute shows that a decline in carnivorous species can lead to the collapse of food chains and ecosystems. Whales are among the most influential animals in reducing CO2 levels in the atmosphere. Harvard University studies show that whales can absorb and store a significant amount of carbon in their bodies. An adult whale can sequester nearly 33 tons of CO2 over its lifetime. When whales die, their bodies sink to the ocean floor, trapping this carbon for hundreds or even thousands of years. This process helps lower CO2 levels in the atmosphere and stabilizes global temperatures. Marine animals also play an important role in the ocean's carbon cycle. Phytoplankton and plankton absorb CO2 through photosynthesis. When they die, they sink to the ocean floor, storing the carbon in their bodies and helping to reduce atmospheric CO2. Coastal ecosystems like mangroves and salt marshes also act as natural carbon sinks, where marine animals help maintain the stability of carbon in the environment. Herbivores like deer, elk, and rabbits also play a positive role in reducing CO2. By grazing on plants and promoting the growth of various tree species within ecosystems, they help increase the number of trees capable of absorbing CO2. Research from the Ecological Institute shows that areas where herbivores are present often have higher levels of vegetation cover and greater CO2 absorption. Trees like maples and birches, in particular, are highly effective at absorbing CO2, especially when protected and allowed to thrive in less competitive environments. One way humans can collaborate with animals in the fight against climate change is through wildlife protection and habitat restoration projects. Conservation organizations are working to restore endangered species like tigers, elephants, and whales. These species play a critical role in maintaining ecosystem balance and contributing to the absorption of CO2 from the atmosphere. Collaborative models between humans and animals are increasingly developing, helping to protect wildlife and reduce the impact of climate change. For example, many local communities in Africa are partnering with wildlife conservation organizations to protect species like elephants and rhinos, while also promoting ecotourism as a sustainable income source. These initiatives not only protect animals, but also safeguard their habitats and help mitigate climate change impacts. At the national and international levels, strategies for animal protection are becoming more prominent. Countries and global organizations like the United Nations, G7, and the UN Framework Convention on Climate Change UNFCCC are promoting animal protection strategies in their greenhouse gas reduction and biodiversity conservation goals. International cooperation and the adoption of animal protection policies will help create a more sustainable future for our planet. Finally, each of us can contribute to protecting animals and the environment. Simple actions such as reducing plastic use, joining wildlife protection campaigns, or supporting animal conservation organizations can have a positive impact. When we protect animals, we not only safeguard biodiversity, but also help protect our planet from the devastation of climate change. So, in today's video, We've learned about the incredibly important role animals play in reducing climate change, from maintaining ecological balance to absorbing and storing carbon. Animals are not just helping protect our planet, they are vital partners in the fight against the destruction caused by climate change. But the journey to protect animals and our planet doesn't end here. In the upcoming videos, we will dive deeper into other animal species and the strategies being used to protect them in the face of growing climate change. Be sure to stay tuned for the next videos in this series, where we'll continue uncovering the fascinating secrets and stories of how animals are connected to climate change. And don't forget, you can join this journey by sharing the video and participating in local animal protection efforts in your area. Together, we can create massive change. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next video in our series on the relationship between animals and climate change. We'd love to hear your thoughts, so please comment and share the message of protecting animals and our planet.